There are 3 reasons that Dikhan is holding this secret as leverage against Joan, and why he hasn't told the highest about his suspicion of this hidden bank account. And we're going to talk about them all right here and right now. Some of us have brushed over and sort of ignored the fact that there is money involved here, lots of it. Need I remind you that there is $1 million in one account and a little over $300,000 in the other 2 accounts with Joan's name on it. Now, she lied to Dikhan and originally told him that the reason that all the highest money wasn't in the account was because she moved some of it to an account owned by the cartel. Because remember, the highest told Joan back in season 2 to slowly move money little by little from all of that money that was going on between the cartel and the Rakadushis, so that no one would get sus about it, right? Small amounts being moved, nothing to it, because the cartel only gave them pennies in comparison to what they got. Remember that? So the fact that there's another account, that's not the problem at all. The problem lies in where Joan's name is all over some of those accounts. Now, Dikhan knows that she moved some money, but he doesn't know that her name is all up and through. So when he went to the finance trailer, he decided to F with Joan, mess with her head a little bit. Now, we've already established that Joan has the hots for Dikhan since season 3, right? So this is why I say that he's effing with her, because he knows exactly what he's doing. And maybe, just maybe, Dikhan may be looking for some financial gain himself, right? Now, I know that they've been disconnected from the free world for a long time, but it ain't been that long where he don't know the value of a cool $1 million. Because right now, I see Dikhan slowly pushing Joan into this tight spot. Right? And speaking of tight spots, did y'all see how he was flirting with her, talking about they wanted her hot spot? Joan was about to lose her mind standing there in that hot ass robe. Let's be honest. I mean, can we really blame Joan? I mean, Dikhan being second in command on the compound is stimulating enough, but then he's tall, dark, and handsome to boot. So who wouldn't be attracted to him? And Lord knows the last time she got some. Then he up in there asking her all these tough questions about her being attracted to him, and she could barely answer the questions. And I initially started to put this on my when the sun go down category, but I didn't want to lose any of you guys, like in the sexiness of the story and the attraction that she has for him. But instead, I wanted you to focus on his ulterior motives and why he feels it necessary to build up this plot even more by making her feel uncomfortable and scared. Now, there are 2 more reasons I feel that Dikhan is holding this over her head. And the last one, you may not agree with me on it, right? But I do want you to tell me how you feel about it down in the comments. So make sure that you stick around for the final reason. But he also wants to manipulate Joan just to keep control over her. Dikhan is a man of authority, right? So he's used to people kissing his ass and doing what he says. So the fact that he can hold this over her head and have her do whatever, whenever, is something he may be looking forward to, because it's just in his nature to be in charge and in control. And y'all, last but not least, they're not building this storyline for nothing, right? The ultimate reason that I think that he hasn't told the highest about his suspicions of Joan is because of revenge. Revenge against whom, you may ask? Well, the highest, of course. Ever since River entered the picture, Dikhan has had this jealousy riding on his shoulders. He's been jealous because instead of spending time with him, he's always asking Dikhan to send River to his trailer for movie nights and classical music and the obvious sexual torture that he loves to put River through from time to time. Dikhan was jealous of that. Then here comes Ruth. Not only was he jealous of Ruth, but he was jealous too because the 2 people that he cared the most about are now having an affair. River and Ruth interrupted this, right? They interrupted he and the highest friendship, their relationship, and their love expressed for each other. And it's put sort of this long pause on what Dikhan feels about him, right? So I'm sure that he feels slighted and cheated whenever they're around. It makes him sad, it makes him angry and jealous all at once. And he doesn't really show it outwardly, but I want y'all to check out the camera shots whenever the highest is speaking of Ruth or requesting that River come to his trailer. Just check out Dikhan's facial expressions, right? So Dikhan may have developed some sort of personal vendetta for revenge on the highest. And we definitely can't forget when the highest chopped his ear off. Or was it his fingers? Wait a minute. I don't know. But whatever it was, Elder Mother sewed it back on. Remember that? He may be secretly thinking that he needs to leave the highest, take some of that money from Joan, and go and live in the free world for a little while. And what man in their right mind do you know is turning down hot cooch? I don't know too many, right? Matter of fact, I don't know any. So Dikhan may want to just get a little bit. I don't know. He may just hit it. Who knows? And what about this, guys? This picture with Dikhan and the highest all bloody. Why? It's either over some money or a woman, or it could be both, right? So we can't forget about that either. And these are some pictures that they took from the season trailer that we saw a couple months ago. Now, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. And I'm going to see you on the next one.